Well, testing PNP and NPN, that does make me a little bit moist, because I get to use this. Now, I do get slightly excited in the underpants section, but if you haven't got one of these bad boys, testing for your PNP and NPN, we'll have to show you how to do it the old school way with a multimeter. So let's go. So first off, you beautiful little people, we're going to only be using our resistance, our ohms meter on our multimeters, and this is going to be a little bench test, a quick one, because as you can see, I've got a PNP and an NPN sensor here, and you, at first glance, you wouldn't know what they were. They've both got their positive and their negative voltage and their switch line. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick bench test, let us know what one is what. So what we're going to be looking for, so one side of it's going to be an open circuit, and that's going to be your transistor side, your switching side, and then we're going to have a pull down or pull up resistor on the other side. That's going to tell us if we've got PNP or NPN. So in this country, or anywhere that's not really Asia, I would first be testing for a PNP, because we don't really use NPN unless you've got equipment coming over from the Far East, like Asia. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to put my red lead on my switch line, and that's on both. We're going to be testing NPN and PNP with both. Red is going to be down on your switch. So first off, I'm going to put it on my brown because I'm testing for PNP, and what I'm going to be looking for is my open circuit, because that transistor is not made by that the sensor head. No voltage or current's going to be flowing through there, so we've got an open loop. So this is going to tell me that on my blue I've got my pull down resistor, and that's going to be up my 30 kilo ohms. So this is telling me my PNP. So what we're going to do now is, now we know that's PNP, going to hesitate guess this is the NPN, so there's only two. But what we're going to do this time, we're going to mirror it, but what we're going to see is we're going to be seeing the opposite. So again, red lead down to my switch line, and now my black lead's going to the brown, so my plus voltage. So I've got, see, 22 kilo ohms there, so that's my pull-up resistor. And then I'll go down to my blue line, now that's showing open circuit, because that's switching through with 0 volts. As you can see, it's open circuit. Again, that transistor's not been made, so the 0 volts, so down to ground, as circuit is open, not been made. So that's telling us it's NPN. So the easiest way to look at this is always put your red lead down to your switch line, and then whatever one your open circuit's on is the type of sensor you've got. So if you've got an open circuit on your plus voltage, you've got a PNP because you're switching your positive. And then if you've got your open circuit on your blue, your 0 volts, you've got an NPN because you're switching your negative. That's the easiest way to remember it. Look for your open circuit, and then you should have your resistant value on your opposite. So there's also another quick method of seeing if you've got PNP or NPN, and that's putting it under load. So giving it a 24 volt supply of supply voltage. You could use a little power supply like that, but then that way you can have it on a 3-pin plug, and you're going to have 230 live on some terminals. Or you could use a signal generator power supply like this, and this will give you 24 or whatever this voltage signal is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my supply voltage in, so I've got my brown going to the red, and my 0 volts black going to the black. So what I'm going to be looking for is voltage coming back on my switch live. And whatever kind of orientation it is, it's going to be telling me if we've got NPN or PNP. So we can use a multimeter, and what you're going to do is you're going to put your red to your switch live, and then your black lead to your black 0 volts. And as you can see, when the sensor's made, I've got 24 volt supplies, and then when it's not made, I've got 0 volts. With the little diagram coming up, this is what you can see. So we've got voltage coming in, now nothing's going to be going through that transistor until the sensor head's made, and then that's giving the signal voltage to the base of the transistor, making it like a PCB relay really. Nothing's going to come through, and this is before the load, so this is PNP because we're switching the power side of it. And on this signal generator with the yellow lead, I've got inputs and outputs, so I can actually see without using the multimeter what the signal was coming back is. So at top left hand, you're going to see when the sensor's made, I've got about 22 volts coming back, and then when it's not made, I've got 0 volts. Now that's going to be telling me that I've got PNP because I'm switching the positive. With switching the positive, with that you're going to put it to, if you were going to put it to a contactor, it would be on the A1 side of it, because we're giving the voltage. So next up, I'm going to be testing the NPN. So next up, we're getting to the NPN testing and what you want to be looking out for to see if you had NPN. So this time around, I'm going to be connecting the leads up as I did with the PNP, but we're going to be seeing different output voltages coming from the switch line. this time round you're going to see 24 volts permanently there. Because what's happening is this is after the load, we're switching the neutral now. So we're switching it down to ground. So we're going to have permanent 24 going to the load, and then we're switching the neutral in this. So if you're connecting this up to anything, you'll be connecting this to the A2. So what you're going to see is a permanent 22 volt there, and then when the sensor's made, that's making the ground or your neutral or your 0 volts, and then that's going to be putting it so you've got 0 volts. Now this might look like normally open, normally close. I can clarify that on a different video if people want to see, but that's pretty easy. So when testing, the best way and easiest way to remember it is, if you're doing it under load, what you want to see is your output voltage, 0 volts when it's not made, 24 when it's made, that's your PNP sensor, and then when it's the other way around, when it's 24 volts there when it's not made, and 0 volts when it is made, that's your NPN sensors. That's the easiest way to remember it if you're doing it under load. As you can see, that top right hand corner, that's not made, that's got 24 volt on there. If I was putting my screwdriver on there, I'd get 0 volts down to ground. Now if that's helped someone, remember, all you little beautiful people, your lecture approved.